So, getting back to Gothic 2 here. Last time I played, I had just gotten to the monastery, where I'm supposed to be retrieving the Eye of Innos.
Hey, you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
I think I can do this. Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. But since I've come here, not one schooner is called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Corinthus is that blasted war galley of the king, and they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
You'd better...
Don't worry.
I think there's a quest as a novice of the fire mages to actually recruit him. Maybe? Alright, so here we have the monastery. I think earlier in this playthrough I snuck in by climbing over the wall this way. Then I couldn't figure out how to get back out. I think there is a way that you can, but...
I can hardly believe it. Are you really a paladin now?
Obviously.
If someone like you is with the paladins, then Beliar's thugs had better watch out. If you did in the sleeper, that handful of orcs shouldn't be a problem.
This is not only about the orcs.
I know, but it's still good to have you on our side.
Oh well.
What are you doing here in the monastery? Let me guess. You want to be instructed in the art of magic.
Perhaps.
I knew it. Best to talk to Marduk. He's responsible for you paladins. You'll find him in front of the chapel.
We're good buddies, Milton, but I gotta steal your purse.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garan's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that, but I suspect he's in the city. You know him, always there when there's something to be had.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
Yes, sure. Here's the key.
Well, it's great having a friend out here who'll just give me the key when I ask. So now I'm in the monastery properly this time. Still not sure if I can do much in the way of questing here, because I think most of these are supposed to be like tasks when you join the monastery as a novice fire magician.
Can I be of assistance to you?
What's your task here?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is.
I need a few things.
Ulthar enchanted this wand. I like how that's the actual title of it. These are kind of boring. They're all strength weapons. I mean, this one's kind of cool because it's like it requires mana, so like this is supposed to be sort of a mage staff. But still really nothing I can use. And so they have these belts for like the novices and the fire mages. I think there's supposed to be one for the paladins, but I didn't see it anywhere. Not seeing summon demon. Key to the portal of the monastery. I want to take that. I don't remember what that key is for. These are people's private quarters. That leads down. Babo.
What are you doing here?
I must not speak with you. It's not looked on with favor if we talk to strangers. Do you really think?
That doesn't sound terribly happy.
Well, I mean, everything is just fine, really. Only, I don't want to complain.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
And you really won't tell the magicians?
Do I look like I would?
All right. I have a problem with one of the novices. He's got a hold over me.
Come on, spit it out then.
Igaraz, that's the novice, found some of my private papers. He threatened to give them to the magicians if I don't do what he says.
What kind of documents are those?
That's, nobody's business. It's entirely my affair.
Come on, tell me.
They are, entirely normal documents. Nothing special.
I won't ask any further. What are you supposed to do for him?
I don't want to talk about it. In any case, it isn't pleasing to Innos. I don't want to think what would happen if it came out.
Maybe I can help you.
You would do that?
Well, that depends, of course.
Naturally, I'd pay you for that.
How much?
Of course, I don't have much money, but I could give you a spell scroll. I have a healing spell.
That's really not worth it, but the XP will
I'll
be.
see what I can do.
Honestly, it just has to work. It has to. So, you only need to find out where Igaraz keeps the stuff. Then you swipe it from him, and everything will be just fine.
Relax. You just continue for now. I'll see to the rest.
That's no secret.
Are you satisfied with your task?
It's all right, but I need to get back to work. Otherwise, I'll never get finished today. I don't want to work half the night again in order to finish my obligation and stay out of trouble.
I could tell you.
And really, it's just kind of a fun quest to do. This one door is closed.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I'm staying out.
Hey, you!
I see that you have decided to fight on our side.
known better.
I am glad. We can use every man. You should go speak directly to Marduk. He is responsible for you paladins.
new.
He thinks it's
Where can I find...
Who told you that?
I know where all that is.
Have you got anything else for me?
Yes, as a member of the library, you are given the key to the library. There you will find brothers Karis and Highgrass.
got no
If you
time for
like,
things like
you
that.
can speak with them there.
Nobody ever asks me.
Oh, okay.
May Innos protect
You
you.
really should have known better.
Hey, you!
What can I do for you?
This might be his quarters over here.
I'll never get this open without the
maybe
right
not.
key.
These look like quarters of some of the fire mages.
I'm staying out of it.
Oh, this guy's got a name.
So it says in the scriptures.
How's it going?
It's as easy
I
as
thank
that.
Innos that I can be here in the monastery.
As if I don't have enough problems.
Hey! How's it
It's no
going?
secret. I thank Innos.
Those are all just rumors.
Hey! We need to talk about Babo.
Yes? What's wrong?
You've got something which belongs to Babo.
What might that be?
A few papers. Babo would like them back.
He would, wouldn't he? I can imagine. Unfortunately, I prefer to keep them, which brings us to a bit of a dilemma.
Where have you got the papers?
Well, of course I don't have them on me. I'm afraid I can't help you further.
Where are they?
I have them safely locked up, and you will never get the key from me.
I already took it, buddy.
What was Babo supposed to do for you?
If I had known the baby would do it in his pants over a few swamp weeds, then I would have seen to it that someone else took care of the monastery garden.
He's supposed to grow swamp weed?
Of course. Since none of that stuff comes out from behind the barrier anymore, the price in the city has tripled. It could have been a good bargain for everyone involved. But Babo didn't want to play along.
How much do you...
Actually, they're almost priceless. You very rarely see something like that here. But I have no desire to wager my future against a few gold pieces. 300 gold pieces, and you can do what you like with the papers.
I just gotta figure out which room is his.
So it says in the scriptures.
It was his decision.
He's still got these weird things sticking out of the ground, like
Nobody wants to know.
these kind of look like lighting fixtures that would be dangling from a ceiling somewhere
I used to say that.
that have somehow cropped up through the ground.
Those are all just rumors.
He really should have known better.
Do you really think?
He thinks it's as easy as that.
All
I
right,
told you that before.
it's kind of looking like all these chests are just filled with kind of
All kinds of rumors.
a lot of really minor not artifacts, but like
You don't have to ask me that.
articles. That's the word I'm looking for. Like 45 gold. That's not particularly exciting.
You should have known better.
This one wasn't even locked.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
You don't have to ask me that.
Alright, easy solution would be to sleep in a bed. I think they should all go into their night routines, in which case Igaraz would be in his room. Novice, Babo, Novice, Babo, Babo. That's the dungeon. Not the dungeon, but the cellar. Novice, Aegon.
Hey! What are you planting here?
We're trying to grow healing plants that Master Neoras can use to brew potions.
So, how's it going?
Oh, thank you for your concern, Sir Paladin. I enjoy the work, and I am certain to be selected as the magician soon.
That's cool. I don't really care, though. Apollos.
How are the sheep?
How do you think they are? They stand around and munch grass. I'd rather know what's happening outside. The magicians seem to be very nervous.
Strangers in black robes roam the countryside.
What do you mean? What sort of strangers?
Nobody knows where they've come from. They wear long black robes and they cover their faces. They seem to be some kind of magician. At least they're capable of magic.
That sounds very disturbing, but I'm sure that the High Council will solve this problem.
There are dragons in the Valley of Mines. They are besieging the royal troops together with the army of orcs.
Dragons? I always thought they only existed in horror stories.
They're there, believe me.
But the King's Paladins will deal with them, won't they?
We'll see.
Alright, that was a little bit of XP for just telling him the news. I think that's, yeah, that's the library. Darian key. Why is there a random key here, and what does it go to?
For Enos, brother. If you have come to learn something about the consecration of the sword, then ask Marduk.
Okay. Can I talk to you, though?
May Enos illuminate your path.
I feel like for being the only other paladin in this area, he should have some sort of acknowledgement of that fact. He should be like, welcome, brother. Oh. Wow, I didn't even have to. His chest was just labeled. Goodness gracious. Bundle of papers. So this is kind of fun. The reason that Babbo wants the papers back so dearly and was uncomfortable talking about them is because there's a picture of a nude woman in it. So this is the same hand-drawn sketch from Gothic 1. They just kind of brought it back. And so you can imagine that being of scandalous nature in the monastery. Dear Babbo, no doubt you're wondering how we came to write you this letter. We took all of our savings to Master Marlos and asked him to write these lines for you. Can they not write? They had to get somebody else to do it? We wish you all the best for the future and are sending you a picture as a farewell gift so that you'll always remember us during those long nights at the monastery. Fit and Bonka. Alright. Now I want to sleep till morning so that way people will be in their usual spots, doing their normal routines. I said so that people would be in their normal spots, doing their normal routines.
Wait a minute. I've got your documents.
Really? Oh, thanks. You've saved me. I don't know how to thank you.
Yeah, just calm down.
Are they really mine? Are you sure? Show me.
Yeah, sure, I'll just
Here
give
they
them
are.
back.
Yes, they're complete. Did you look at them?
Of course.
Does that make a difference?
No, just as long as I have them back. Whew, now I hope I can rest easy again.
Hey,
What? What's wrong? Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an extremely complicated experiment?
I didn't mean to disturb you.
You already have. Well, what do you want?
I want to steal your purse. But the fact that it's... Oh, wrong one. The fact that it's difficult means that I fear I might need a little bit more dexterity to do it.
Hey, you! Can I learn from you?
I shall instruct you in the secrets of alchemy.
Could you brew me a potion?
Do you doubt my abilities? I can brew any potion.
Fine.
Not so fast. Naturally, you must bring me the ingredients and pay a small fee for expenses, as well as for the materials.
How much do you ask?
For the brewing itself, I charge 10 gold pieces.
So the extract is interesting because I think that might be the only way, or the speed potion, that might be the only way to actually make those, because I don't think you can learn to do that. There we go.
What room is this?
This is where they keep the holy relics of the monastery.
What relics?
Here rests the Hammer of Innos, along with the Shield of Fire. These are the most important relics of Church of Innos, outside the capital of the realm.
Tell me about the shield.
The Shield of Fire was borne by Dominic in the battle on the Southern Isles. But the power of the shield is never to be wielded again. Therefore, we have nailed it to the wall.
Tell me about the hammer.
This is the sacred hammer of Innos. With this hammer, Saint Robar slew the stone sentinel. The holy scriptures say that the stone sentinel was invulnerable. He stood in battle like a tower, and the weapons of his enemies were smashed on his skin of stone. With the name of Innos on his lips, Robar hurled himself at the monster and crushed it with one mighty blow of his hammer. This is the
I can take this, but I think he'll be mad at me, and I don't know if I need it for anything. There is a golem that I think I'm gonna run into soon, but
You are not permitted to go further. Turn back.
I always act in the name of Innos.
let me try to take the hammer and just see what happens.
filthy thief, just you wait!
Yep. He did not like that.
Believe me.
You should have known better.
Path of virtue.
I'll get you yet.
You should have known better.
I think he is going to be the only one who cares about that.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
It had to happen sooner or later.
That'll only cause more trouble.
No idea. You tell me.
You better watch out who you tell that to.
There's more, believe me.
But he might be permanently aggroed.
You can't go on like this forever. Nothing's
I'll
ever
get you now.
Yeah.
Nothing to be had there.
Maybe he'll leave me alone now. I think there is a way to get this hammer, like, without attacking that guy. But I think you have to, like, leave the monastery, find a golem, and then come back and be like, hey, how do I deal with this? And then they say, oh, maybe you can get the hammer.
Do you really think?
And I don't know if that's,
I'm staying out of it.
I don't know if that's what I'm going to be doing or not. Like, I don't know if I'm going to encounter that golem. I think I am. But I sure
I'll
don't.
never get this open without the right
Certainly
key.
don't want to have to run all the way back
I'll
here.
never get this open without the right key.
Claw Beliar is here. I unequipped it when I put the hammer on to check its stats.
Just forever.
It's got 100 damage and 32% chance for extra damage.
You better watch out who you tell that to.
I'm level 29, so I don't think it's fully charged right now.
That's no secret.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
Oh, hello.
Is
Oh,
a violation
he
of
does
the
care.
rules of the monastery. These transgressions must be punished. Thus is the law of Innos. You will pay an appropriate penalty to the monastery.
Forever.
How much?
50 gold pieces.
No time to think
Why did his voice suddenly switch to Lobart's?
No one must violate the divine order.
I want to pay the penalty.
I accept your donation.
is that.
Your transgressions are forgiven.
You have to feel
May
sorry
Innos
for the
give you the
poor guy.
wisdom not to make the same mistakes again.
His decision was
That was the same voice that,
May Innos protect you.
the same
just what
line
I
of
said.
dialogue that Lobart gives when you're
I couldn't get away with
sort
that.
of negotiating for the price of
You better watch out.
Welcome, my son.
the farmer's
Since
clothes.
when are you one of the paladins?
sooner or later.
How do you
don't
how
have
do
to
you
ask me
know me? And why do you care?
Only Innos decides.
Were you in the first game and I just don't remember? You should have died if you were in the
I don't
first
have enough
game.
problems.
Only
Innos
for a short
decides
time.
right or wrong.
Then I bid you welcome. In this battle, we need every man who has the courage to oppose evil. The fate of us all lies in the hands of men like you. May Innos ever give you the courage you need.
I used to say that myself.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Any news?
The enemy has apparently already entered the city.
What do you mean?
One of the paladins, Lothar, was murdered in the street. In broad daylight. It has gone too far, but I fear that is only the beginning.
No idea.
What's going to happen now?
A murder, moreover, of a paladin is without doubt one of the worst crimes there is. The murderer will undoubtedly be sentenced to death.
That's nothing new.
Bennett is innocent. The witness lied.
Can't rely on
How do you know that?
I have found proof.
Sometimes I think that treason and greed are our greatest
I
enemies.
say that myself.
What's your job here?
I prepare the paladins for their fight against evil.
Oh, okay.
That'll only cause more trouble.
But there are only magicians and novices living in the monastery.
That is correct. In contrast to our community, which honors the word of Innos, the paladins honor the great deeds of our Lord above all else. We are the representatives of Innos, but the paladins are his warriors, who go into battle in his name and increase his glory.
What is evil?
Deals out fair punch.
Evil is everywhere. It is the power of Beliar, the eternal adversary of Innos. It is the all-encompassing blackness which seems to blot out the light of Innos forever. Beliar is the Lord of darkness, of hate, and of destruction. Only those among us in whose hearts burns the holy fire of Innos will bear the radiant light of Innos into the world and banish the darkness.
I couldn't get away with that.
There's two similar lines of dialogue here about teaching me things.
Is there anything you can teach me?
I am an expert in the magic of ice and the magic of thunder. I can teach you their power. However, I only instruct magicians.
Yeah, thanks. That doesn't help me.
What can you teach me?
Naturally, I cannot teach you your combat skills. I can, however, bring the essence of Innos and his gifts closer to you. Besides, it is my task to prepare you for the consecration of the sword.
And the magic?
Here we teach only our magic. You must learn the magic of our paladins in the city.
Is it possible that you can consecrate the sword to use dexterity and not strength?
What's the consecration of the sword?
The consecration of the sword is one of the paladin's most sacred rituals. During this ceremony, the holy power of Innos flows through the blade of the paladin's sword and gives the sword undreamed of powers. A sword so consecrated is a paladin's most valuable possession and will accompany him his whole life long.
You already know what I think.
What do you mean by that?
When Innos had to leave our world, he left humankind a part of his divine power. Only a few of us humans are allowed to use his power and to oversee justice in his name.
And what do you want to bring closer to me?
I can set you on the right path to recognize the essence of Innos and follow him.
Maybe later.
You are heartily welcome here anytime.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
Any news?
The enemy is apparently...
Oh,
what
yeah,
do you
they
mean?
went through this.
Anything's possible.
Tell me that isn't true.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
Hey, you!
I am Master Highglass, guardian of the fire and keeper of the knowledge.
You sound a lot like Zardus and Satyrus.
That's just what I said.
What are you studying, Master?
My research focuses on fire, the power of Innos. It is his gift and at the same time a mighty weapon, and I create runes which contain his power.
Any news?
Yes. Well, you've probably noticed those black-robed figures.
I've met them.
This brings us to the core of the matter. At the moment, we're observing a very rare constellation of stars. To be more exact, the sign of the ox currently stands in direct correlation with the sign of the warrior. I suppose you know what that means.
Well, to be honest...
Yes, I see. Well, I cannot explain the entire background to you now, but it definitely signifies a great change, and I do not like change. Therefore, I want you to get me a book from town. It's called The Divine Power of the Stars. You may have to rummage around for it a bit, but I'm sure you'll find it.
I'll see whether I can find it.
That's good. It frees up my time so I can follow some other trails as well. But don't take too much time. Time, I'm afraid, is what we have the least of.
Didn't I buy that book earlier intending to read it at some point? Apparently not.
Hey, you! Found it?
No.
Hey, you!
The honorable warriors of Innos rarely stray into these rooms. What can I do for you?
Show me your wares.
That's no secret.
This looks like the guy to talk to when I get into chapter 4. He's got a bunch of like summoning and transfiguration spells.
What exactly is your job?
It is my responsibility to train mages in the art of spherical manifestation.
What does that mean?
Well, I teach them how to summon creatures or beings from other states or spheres. This is usually called summoning, although this expression alone is insufficient for the art of calling a servant. Furthermore, I own some interesting spell scrolls which Gorax does not have.
How are your studies coming along?
The enemy has many faces. Which of them presents the greatest danger for the monastery is awfully difficult to determine.
You don't have to tell me that.
Can't go on like this forever.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Hey, you! Have you got anything interesting for me?
No.
What a weird line. Why would I ask that?
No one must
Alright.
violate the divine order.
I couldn't care less.
What about a little blessing? I could surely use it.
May Innos stand between you and harm on all the unholy paths you will have to walk.
Thank you, I feel so much better now.
I have come to take the Eye of Innos.
I see that you have received an authorization from Lord Hagen himself to bear the Eye of Innos. I am afraid that I have to disappoint you. We have fallen victim to a treacherous plot of the enemy. The Eye of Innos has been violently taken from these sacred walls.
Who did this?
Evil is cunning, and usually works in secret. Only rarely do you see it emerge to pursue its evil machinations in broad daylight. But these days, it's a different matter. The enemy now shows himself openly in the street, in every home and every public square. This can only mean that he no longer fears any adversary and is not going to shrink back from anything. One of our most faithful followers, a candidate for the high robe of the Magicians of Fire, has changed his allegiance unexpectedly, and in an alarmingly evil manner. Pedro, the enemy has taken possession of him, thus inflicting a terrible defeat upon us. Pedro has forced his way into our most sacred halls and stolen the eye. I fear that he simply spent too much time by himself, outside of the gates, and thus beyond the protective walls of the monastery, exposed to all lurking dangers.
Where did the thief flee to?
Pedro knocked down some of the other novices who tried to stop him and disappeared into the morning mist. Many novices have gone after him to bring the eye back to its place unharmed. If you want to catch up with him, you need to hurry before Pedro disappears out of your reach.
Things I could tell you.
I've come from the old Valley of Mines.
What do you have to report?
The enemy has formed up there with an army of orcs and dragons.
We have already learned that from Milton. But what about the king's shipment of ore?
The mine they are digging for Garand in the valley cannot satisfy the demands of the king.
The days are becoming grayer, and the light of the sun is ever weaker.
I was attacked by men in black robes.
I know. Those are the Seekers, henchmen from the nether realms of Beliar. Beware of them. They will try to take possession of you. Once possessed, you will no longer be yourself. Only here in the monastery could you find help then, so be careful. Here. This rune
Thank
will
you.
bring you directly back to the monastery if you need our help. Remember,
That's what I wanted.
we must offer resistance or we shall all be doomed.
Huh.
Path of virtue is long, rocky.
I never equipped the rune to teleport to town.
That's nothing new.
Harper City. There we go.
No idea. You tell me.
Oh, we're just gonna fall off there. That's fine. Alright, I think that Zurus has the Divine Power of the Stars book. Ah, see, that was what Bloodborne should have did when I sort of bounced slightly into that pole. It should have been like, yo, we'll just kind of bump you off to the side slightly so that way you still move and don't just get stuck completely in place.
That's not what my husband thinks. Don't tell this to anyone.
Show me.
He can't keep anything to himself. And he works all day too.
He's got a couple of elixirs here. I will buy them.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. He simply talks too much. Go away.
I'll also buy these because I think those will come in handy for
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
the
seen it with my own
dragon fights coming up.
That's an open secret.
Somehow this is only 75 gold, which doesn't seem that expensive
That's not
to
what my
me.
husband thinks.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
You don't say.
These are bad times.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I don't believe that.
He had better shut up.
That's an open secret.
And it's gonna get even worse.
He simply talks too much.
I can't take.
That was no big deal.
I always act in the name of Innos.
I'm staying out of it.
Hey, you! I've got the book for you.
Very good. Give it here. You may withdraw now. I shall retire and study.
Very well, I shall withdraw.
That's just what I said.
Hey, you! Do you know where Pedro is?
Do you think I'd be standing around here if I knew where the renegade was hiding? He must pay for his deeds. I hope we manage to get the eye back. You have to help us. Find him and bring back the Eye of Innos.
Alright, so I think the official explanation was that Pedro jumped over the bridge and like swam away.
Have you seen a novice walk past?
Yeah, sure. He went, that way. He jumped into the water off the bridge and swam like a shark was after him.
Yep, there it is.
If you're headed for the monastery, you should talk to Milton. He'll surely be able to help you.
What do you think? Would they let me in there at all?
Perhaps, but the way you look, I can hardly imagine you in a novice's robe.
Enough of that nonsense. Novice's robe, indeed. It's the grub I'm after, or I'll be forced to eat the bark off the trees next.
Might try talking to Milton and see if I can actually, like, mention that to him. Alright, so we're just gonna jump in the water. Before I do, let me save. It's been a little while. Might have just saved over my last save. Yeah, I sure did. Oh well. Game didn't crash, so I didn't lose 30 minutes of progress. Oh, and okay. About to say, I'm underwater with very clear visuals. So I didn't get that sort of underwater filter going on. I can't bring up the inventory while I'm in the water. Ah, come on. Let me get up onto this ledge. They just do not want me to get onto this ledge on the left. Okay, fine.
Nothing to be had there.
Ah, I forgot that these guys were a thing.
What's going on here?
What do you mean?
You're the second fellow to rush past here like he's been stung by blood flies.
Who was the other guy?
He looked like one of those brainy novices from the monastery back there. You can say what you like, but somehow those guys aren't quite right in the head.
Where did the other one go?
He ran up that way like lightning.
I need to get going.
Hey, no problem.
Ah, one shot. Very nice. Now to see if the shadow beasts respawned. There were two in here, I think. So what is this lurker doing? I can't fight you in the water like that. Ah. Oh, I missed some mushrooms. Always need more mushrooms. Does not appear that either one respawned. Come to think of it, I probably should have bought some of those death to undead spells. 'Cause there's still those archons up here that I can fight, but I do have the 3, so I think that's enough to kill those ones. Alright, now this is where a golem sometimes appears. This might only be for the test of fire to join as the to become a novice or to become a mage at the monastery. Like you have to fight and kill this thing, and like the puzzle or whatever is to figure out how to do it. Interesting. Did I already kill this highwayman? It's like this guy's supposed to stop you and charge a toll. And I don't remember if I came... I know I came this way earlier, but I didn't think he was here. Oh man, it takes forever to heal using these things. Seems we have an invisible field raider. And a dead novice. Let's follow the trail of dead bodies. There's some fire lizards over here. I think I can kill them now. Let me give it a shot. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Certainly doable.
Nothing to be had there.
As long as I don't let him get that fire attack off on me. Hey, level up. I now have 600 health. And I really don't care about picking up these herbs anymore. They do so little individually that it's just not worth the time to pick them up. Huh. Bunch of normal lizards. And more dead bodies to follow. Unless any of these look like goblin berries, I'm not gonna bother picking them up.
Hey, you! Have you seen a novice pass by here?
A lot of peculiar figures passed by here today, including those two jokers up by the stone arch. A while ago, a novice from the Magicians of Fire was with them as well.
Now to see if that black troll respawned, because I still have this black hide quest, and I'm going to be really frustrated if I can never complete it because I killed the only black troll before picking that quest up. might just never be able to finish that quest. Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
Wouldn't be so sure.
Who are you?
What is this? An interrogation? I have nothing to tell you, but you might want to talk to my buddy here. But be careful. He doesn't take to strangers.
What, Tramp 1 and Tramp 2? Which one are you?
What are you doing here?
What's it to you?
I'm looking for a novice.
That's very interesting. We're looking for someone too.
Who would that be?
You.
Why?
You shouldn't have come here.
Were you hired by the Seekers? Were you guys late to Dexter's wanted poster party? Why would you attack a paladin unless there was like a particular contract out to do so? Don't I look like important enough or intimidating enough or strong enough that you wouldn't want to mess with me? Unless there were like a really good reason to. Oh. I thought I had a little bit more time before these guys appeared. Come on, lightning bolt. Holy crap.
Nothing to plunder.
Alright. So this will make these Archons a lot easier to go. Gotta go through more skeletons first, I guess. Ow.
Nothing to be had there.
Any more normal skellies? Maybe not. Okay, they're shadow warriors, technically. What? How did that not hit him? Did I end up using all of my spells and they just, like, did nothing? I'm extremely annoyed right now. Let's see, that one works. And then somehow it misses, even at point blank range. And I did actually use the spell. That is really stupidly annoying. Like, he's standing right there. Just why is it gonna sail right past him? It's not like I have any ability to manually aim that attack. You know, it's not like I missed. Alright, so here we have the Dragon Slicer. Which in the vanilla version was very nearly the best weapon in the game. I think some of them, there might have been stronger weapons elsewhere. Like the ore sword or whatever, something like that, that you can make at a blacksmith later in the game, or maybe even like a consecrated paladin sword would be a little bit better, but this thing you could get at level 1 basically if you came all the way here and were crafty enough to get past these enemies and just grab it. So like you can tell right now it is the strongest weapon in my inventory. And previous times when I played this game, I would do just that. Like, I would make basically a beeline for this cave, grab the Dragon Slicer, and then just start pumping as many points and things into strength as I could to be able to use it. And I think in the vanilla version it did not take 160 strength. I think it took a little or a lot less than that, but you know, it was still like kind of an uphill battle to get there. I think those ones at the altar, at the sun circle, have unique dialogue. Him raising his arms up like that, I got really worried he was about to cast Fire Rain on me. There's two of them right here. Oh, and a stone tablet that I missed. I wonder what type of tablet it is. Ah. He's using like large firestorm on me. Switching it up. Stone tablet. Don't got enough mana to use my Holy Light spell. Wait, have I been munching on King's Sorrels? How did that happen? I thought I was on Digger Meat. Oh my god. Ah. Man, that's so frustrating. You got me. Alright, time to not use the King's Sorrel. And to figure out what type of tablet that was. Life energy.
You have come too late. We have destroyed the Eye of Innos, so that it can never regain its power. We shall now demonstrate the futility of your attempt to challenge the Master. There he is.
And I got cursed. How lovely. Ay, ay, ay. The frame rate. Firestorm on me. Excuse me, gentlemen, while I take a moment to heal up. Are they fighting each other? I think they are. Yo, I think they hit each other with friendly fire and aggroed each other. Maybe switch to ball lightning? Lightning bolt? I didn't know they even had that. They always just cast like boring fireball spells. actually damaging each other though, because they're taking like a lot of hits. It's just like really slow. He switched to a different spell. That don't look like ball lightning. Or lightning bolt. What is that? Like a ice? Alright, so that was interesting. Ah. A little bit glitched out and cheesy, but whatever, I'll take it. Oh, I can't tell him I have the eye. He's making such a big deal about it earlier, I figured he would want to know.
I've got no time for things like that.
That's nothing new.
Oh, that's right. I got cursed when I did the dialogue. Did Pyrocar give me like a preemptive anti-curse potion? I don't think so.
As if I don't have enough problems.
Alright, I'll go talk to Pyrocar. He can fix that.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
One more thing.
Oh, I never talked to these
Some
guys.
of the roadside shrines dedicated to Enos have been desecrated by the enemy. They have lost their magical consecration.
I see. And now?
It is up to you to purify these shrines so that the situation does not escalate. Take this holy water and trickle it on the base of the shrine. With the holy words of purification, the shrine will regain its old power. Korax can sell you a map on which our shrines are marked. Now, go.
That's a pretty...
perform your tasks.
That's a pretty tedious quest, because I gotta go around to like all 10 of them or whatever.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed.
I think I'm possessed. Can you heal me?
Not without a token of your respect
I got
for this
300
monastery, my
gold.
son. 300
Man.
gold coins.
Most people in this game wouldn't be able to afford that, like...
Great. Here's the money.
Here, drink this. May the mercy of Enos be your salvation.
Oh, well, at least I get 2 of them.
That's no secret.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
I'm staying out of it.
Why haven't I heard about this deal?
I have found the Eye of Enos. It's broken.
What? That cannot be. What happened?
Some really nasty customers had it. Anyway, I came too late. They were performing a strange incantation on a crescent-shaped ritual site up in those woods.
Enos be with us. They have desecrated our circle of the sun. Even in my worst nightmares, I could never have imagined they would possess this kind of power.
What can we do now?
The enemy has become very strong. Still, this ancient artifact meant a powerful threat to him. We must heal the eye and restore its old power. But time works against us. I cannot begin to imagine what is now going to become of us all. Without the protection of the eye, we are helplessly at the mercy of the enemy. Go to Vatras, the water mage in town. In this terrible situation, only he will know what is to be done. Take the eye to him, and hurry!
I'm sure you can wait while I go around and fix your shrines.
What is the Circle of the Sun?
Every year, all the magicians and novices of the monastery travel to this place at the time of the solstice to mark the beginning of a new cycle. The place is filled with the immeasurable power of the sun. Never have I entertained the slightest notion that its power could be reversed. And yet, that is what happened.
Could have told you that before. Can't rely on that. I've got no time for things like that.
That's nothing new.
Hurry up, Gorax. I ain't got time to wait. Also, these trees are clipping through the wall.
For Enos.
Wait a minute. I need a few things.
Alright. Let's see where all these things are. Oh, there might be more than 10 here. There's like 14 of them? God. I could have gotten like 5 of them on the way to the Sun Circle if I had picked up this quest beforehand. Ah, that's frustrating. Right. Speed potions it is. I got 9 of them. I hope I have enough holy water to like do all of these and that I don't have to go back each time. So that would be a pain. That one seems like it's fine. There's like one in the woods behind the tavern, but I can warp there later.
There he is.
Oh, you're just gonna attack? Yeah, these guys would be so hard to kill without the claw. They just do not take any damage. This one also seems fine. I don't... Like, is there supposed to be a dialogue option to purify the shrine or something like that? Alright, apparently that's the storm spell. It's kind of like a weaker rain of fire.
Heal me.
Let me.
What?
Tell me.
Tell me what you want! I'll buy that. I'll buy that. You got nothing else worth buying. Alright, that looks more like it.
Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
Okay, only half of them are... Only half of the shrines are desecrated, but there ain't no way to know which one, so I might effectively have to go to all of them anyway. There's one right outside the monastery that I don't think I stopped at? Okay. I'll just have to hit that one later, I guess.
Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
There goes my speed.
Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
That's another spot where there should be like a red swirling vortex type of effect around the border of the screen, like with the statues of Beliar and the dialogue with the Seekers, which is turned off or whatever because DX11 breaks that, and when it breaks it, it prevents the dialogue window from showing up. And so, like, in that instance, I would much rather have the dialogue window than the little superfluous graphical effect.
Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
Okay, so it's really just the one in the woods. Well, there's, I guess, 2 in the woods. There's one somewhere down the path here, and then there's another one sort of towards the lighthouse. I think the shrine I'm thinking of should be up ahead and maybe left slightly. Yeah. And that one is fine. And the other one is basically straight west of here. I think that's on the ridge outside of Jack's Lighthouse near where the snappers were. Oh, there's a shadow beast in here. I can kill that. Actually, there's some other tough enemies in here. I think there's also a elite orc warrior thing. Oh, he doesn't even hit that hard. Unless he just wasn't getting me with the crit. Where's my... Didn't I buy a bunch of hasty herring? There we go. And that one is also fine. Alright. Alright, so there's supposed to be one over here. I think. Yep. That one's fine. Let me double check along the path to the monastery. So I know there is like that mini temple with the huge paladin statue that Isgaroth or whoever kneels and prays at, but I didn't think there was an actual statue around here, though. A shrine, I should say. Are they considering this a shrine to Innos? Cause, buddy, that ain't no shrine. I'm like right on it. I don't think it could be anywhere else. Like, it's not like on the other side of that wall. Alright. So that should be all of them except the 3 to the south. Alright, I can talk to Vatras and Lord Hagen while I'm here.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Still need 8,000 more XP before I can get my
Pyrocar sent me. The Eye of Innos
before I
is
can
broken.
level up and upgrade the Claw
I have
Beliar.
already learned of it from some very upset novices. The Seekers have used the Fire Magician's Circle of the Sun to destroy the Eye. I would call that an inspired move by the enemy.
News spreads fast in this city.
That's a good thing, too. The enemy won't be sleeping either.
What will become of the Eye now?
We must join it back together, but that is no easy task, I fear. The setting is broken into 2 pieces. A skilled smith should be able to repair this. But that is not really the problem. It's rather the inlaid gem that worries me. It is dull and powerless. The enemy seems to have known exactly how to weaken it.
How can the gem get its power back?
I see only one way. A union of the 3 reigning divinities should achieve the desired effect. A well-prepared ritual of reversal in the place of its destruction will give the gem back its fire. However, the problem is that you must bring an earthly representative of each of the 3 gods to this place. Furthermore, a lot of swamp weed is required for this ritual. I estimate it should be at least 3 plants.
Where can I find this swamp weed?
I have heard about an old quack in the woods named Sagita.
I was just
She
there.
supposedly sells such herbs.
I hope I have enough on
But
me.
you could also try your luck down at the harbor.
Who could those 3 earthly representatives of the gods be?
I shall represent the god Adonos myself. Pyrocar, the highest fire magician, would be the right person to represent the god Innos. But for Beliar, I cannot think of an appropriate candidate. It must be someone who commands black magic.
Didn't we already establish that I know Zardas?
Black magic?
You should remember that.
What about Zardas?
That's it. That could work. But I ask myself, how you will bring all 3 of us together. I can just see Pyrocar's face when he hears that he must cooperate with Zardas.
Where can I find a smith capable of repairing the setting of the Eye?
Ask around in the area for someone who knows how to repair jewelry.
I've got to go.
I shall also set out and prepare the ceremony at the Circle of the Sun. Send Zardas and Pyrocar there. And don't forget to bring the swamp weed. I'm counting on you. Listen, people! I am needed elsewhere. It won't take long. When I return, I shall tell you the rest of the story. May Adonos be with you.
They all immediately disperse. Weeds? Swampweed? Oh, I have plenty of swampweed. So at this point in the game, if you hadn't already done the expansion area, then this questline would come to a halt, and Vatras would say, "Hey, I can't leave here until I get reinforcements. Until somebody, the water mages, the other water mages, send me some help." And you would have to go and do the whole expansion before that would happen.
I have the eye. It's broken.
What? By Enos! What have you done?
What have I done? Why do you immediately assume I broke it?
There must be a way to put it back together.
Have I earned a paladin rune yet? Probably not.
Am I
Which way? The way of...
I choose the...
You are not yet...
Yeah. Alright, so there's one along the path to Zardus' tower.
I used to say that myself.
So even though I could just warp to Zardus' tower, I may as well sprint there so I can hit that shrine along the way.
Enos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
Oh, hello. Didn't even see him there. I ran right into him.
The Master wants your head. No one can save you now.
Please don't stifle me. Yay. Frame rate got really low there. Didn't I run through this area earlier and there wasn't a seeker? Did that guy get added at some point after the fact? Yeah, the game's starting to eat up a lot of memory, so I'm going to shut it down for a hot second and then reload it, so that way I don't get a corrupted memory error that breaks my save file. Alright, loading it back up now.
Hey! The Eye of Innos has been destroyed.
What are you saying? Destroyed?
I found it up in the northern forests. Unfortunately, I've only been able to salvage its fragments.
That was our only chance to stand up to those dragons, and it's gone. We have failed.
What now?
This is a painful blow. We have to reorient ourselves. I shall retreat and ponder the matter. In the meantime, you should go to town and talk to Vatras, the water mage. I could have...
Vatras sent me to you.
That's good. What did he say?
He said something about a reversal ritual at the Circle of the Sun?
That old devil. I think I know what he's up to. You have come to summon me to him.
Looks like it. When will you set out?
I must not keep Vatras waiting. I shall be on my way immediately. You must fulfill your tasks, and then...
I'm beginning to remember that... I think I should recruit Pyrocar first. Because I think maybe he sends me to talk to Zardas before he'll join up. And if Zardas is already at the Sun Circle and I have to run all the way there... and I don't want to do that.
Nobody ever asks me.
I couldn't get away with that.
Oh, nope. Trying to talk to Pyrocar.
I've talked to Vatras.
Ah, good. Where is he?
He's preparing a ritual at the Circle of the Sun in order to heal the Eye of Innos.
If that is true, then maybe there is hope after all.
Vatras wants Zardas and you to help him with that.
What? Zardas will be there too? You cannot be serious.
Hey, this wasn't my decision. Vatras insists.
It is always that Zardas. I am tired of it. Things could hardly get any worse. So how do I know that Zardas is not in league with the enemy? I cannot trust Zardas, no matter how much we may need him. I am sorry, but I cannot help Vatras under these circumstances.
It can't be done without you. Vatras wouldn't be able to perform the ritual otherwise. You'll have to trust Zardas.
There is nothing that I have to do, you hear? I do not have the slightest proof that Zardas is not working against us. I cannot do this.
What if I could bring you some proof?
That is impossible, I fear. It would really have to impress me. As far as Zardas is concerned, I have my doubts whether he can still impress me at all.
Yes, it's a good thing I remembered that. Otherwise, I would have been running all the way to the Sun Circle just to talk to Zardas, to have him send me somewhere else to do something. Do I have a teleport rune to Zardas equipped? Yes, I do.
Hey! The Eye...
What are you... that... Oh, this... It... That...
What? Wrong button.
Wait a minute. Pyrocar refuses to show up for the ritual. First, he wants proof that he can trust you.
Ah, really? Pyrocar. How interesting. That old geezer is getting to be a nuisance. But I think I've got something for you that'll be useful. Back when I left the Order of the Fire Magicians, I took a few things with me from the monastery. I didn't want a troop of paladins or fire magicians to turn my tower upside down at some point and find all those things. So I hid them in safe places where the magicians would certainly never look for them.
And where?
Some of them lie locked in a chest on Sekob's farm.
You trust that Sekob?
No, but he can be bought and ask no awkward questions. Also, the chest is locked. Here's the key. There's a very old book among those things. When Pyrocar sees that book, he'll know it came from me. It is of no further use to me, so I guess it can at least fulfill this purpose.
Is the reversal ritual going to work?
I cannot be sure. That depends on what exactly Vatras is going to do.
Okay. Oh, wait. So I just need one near the bandit towers and by kind of like Bangar's farm. That is assuming that the game is actually considering the one on the path to the monastery to be not a real one, even though it shows an icon there for a shrine that I can't actually see. So yeah, let me warp to Onar's farm.
Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
Should probably also check out if Errol has anything for sale. Anything interesting now that we've advanced to chapter 3.
Hey, you!
Said that.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Show me.
There isn't much
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
It's not looking good.
He simply needs to practice more.
I'll go
Show
ahead
me.
and
Right.
take the free
When you
strength,
turn
I
your
guess.
Same old thing.
It's a bad business.
It had to happen sooner or later.
There he is.
Oh, what? They're inside. Wow. I kind of, like, didn't realize this would happen. Can we please kill this seeker? Ah, jeez. Holy crap. Is the game gonna let me sleep here with a seeker right there?
There he is.
I guess so. Oh, there's 3 of them. Holy crap. My plan was for those goblin skeletons to cause a distraction, but they seem to have died, like, instantly.
There he is.
So my distraction ended up being kind of pointless. Yay. So many seekers.
Nothing there.
Actually, yeah, I probably should save. I just used this spell. The Halls of Yrderath. That's a book that'll come in handy later. Cover of the book can't be opened. Did I just stifle myself? I hope I didn't. I'm gonna reload that save just in case.
Nothing there. Did something happen?
You've got to help me. The Black Robes have invaded my house. The Royal Guard people are supposed to take care of everyone's well-being, right? Those fellas said they were looking for something, but surely not in my house. Please help me make them go away again.
Your house is empty. The Black Hoods have left.
I knew that the Guard could be counted on.
Not so fast, my friend. From now on, you're going to abandon your dirty deals and act for the common good instead, or I'll be back.
I don't understand. What else do you want? All that I can do is give you a bit of gold and ask you to spare me.
Give it here, then. I'm in a hurry.
Here!
That's funny. Good old-fashioned extortion. Okay. So that leaves one more shrine somewhere over here. Oh. Excuse me. To the right. And if this one is not desecrated, then I'm in real trouble. Because then that means I somehow missed one. Okay, good.
Inos, grant me your aid and all that. There, that ought to be the last time.
See, even the Nameless Hero is like, he's over that. He's tired of dealing with that crap. I just noticed that the pommel of this statue is glowing. That's neat. It'd be difficult to steal his purse, but I think I could do it. Yeah.
I have purified all the shrines.
Excellently done, my son. I am proud of you. May Enos watch over you. Take this amulet of strength, that it may be of use to you in battle against the enemy.
Amulets of power. I guess that's kind of good. It gives like a little bit of both. Damn difficult. I can't do that. Also, why were these options not here before?
Is there a...
Dismissed.
I brought this book from Zardas. It's a token of his trust.
Show me. But this is incredible. Do you have even the slightest notion what it is that you just gave me?
No.
This is an ancient, long-lost tome from days gone by.
Whoops.
We all thought that it was lost for
Bumps
good,
the microphone.
and now I learn that Zardas knew all along what had become of it.
So will you be there for the ritual?
Yes, I shall depart for the Circle of the Sun, but certainly not because I am convinced of Zardas's good intentions. In fact, I am going to make this jackal explain where he has kept the book hidden for so many years. He has definitely gone too far this time. I shall see you at the Circle of the Sun.
Alright. See you there. I will chug a speed potion and bet that he will still get there before me.
Enos deals out fair punishment.
Could have told you that before.
I guess I could jump in the water, but my speed boost doesn't really work in the water. I wonder if it's faster to get to the Sun Circle by running out of the north exit of town. And just going through the woods. It kind of looks like it would have been like more of a straight shot as opposed to taking this long winding path all the way around the monastery. Alright, here we are.
How are things with the Eye of Innos?
Remember, only a ritual of reversal at the Circle of the Sun, together with Zardas and Pyrakar, will restore the Eye.
Zardas?
And don't forget to bring the Eye with its setting repaired.
That kind of seemed like a passive-aggressive insult.
How are...
Remember, and...
Everyone is here.
I cannot be...
Do you think you can...
Hard to say.
Oh, crap. I forgot to repair the eye. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh, jeez. That's... really disappointing. I'm gonna have to run back there for a 4th time. It was almost a 5th time. Luckily I remember that I had to talk to Pyrakar first.
Man, and here I was thinking they'd really hang me.
Well, it worked all right in the end.
You can say that again. You should have seen the face of the soldier when he had to let me out. He was so scared, he almost did it in his pants. Which reminds me, I've got something for you.
What do you mean?
A present.
Okay, you have a whole lot of dialogue.
I've got no time for things like that.
What present?
We have heard of the dragons that are said to be in the valley.
They're really there.
All right, I believe you. Anyway, I thought you would surely want to participate in the upcoming dragon hunt.
And?
Here, take this amulet. I think you'll need it more than I do.
I'm assuming that's like fire protection.
I couldn't care less.
Can you repair jewelry?
That depends. You would have to show me the piece.
You don't have to tell me that.
Can you have a look at this amulet?
Sure, let me see. That is a beautiful piece of work. The setting is shot. I think I can fix it, though.
How long will it take you?
If you leave it here with me, it'll be done by the time you come back tomorrow. And I won't even charge you for it. You got me out of the slammer after all.
Here's the amulet. Please repair it for me.
All right. I'll have finished the new setting by tomorrow. You can come to me and get it then.
Alright, will do.
Who said that? Listen to the wrong people.
Let's see if I can find out what that amulet was, though. Oh, it's down here.
Himself was after him. That was obvious myself. Better. If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
Just like it's so worked up.
I couldn't get away with it. Don't tell you anything. You hardly know who to believe these days.
From my opinion.
Nobody wants to know.
That isn't true with you completely. That's all just gossip.
You have to step in and sort things out.
Nobody wants to know.
Nothing against myself.
Did he give me the amulet of life?
Got about it differently.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
And
That's the truth.
Never would have thought of that themselves.
It's not quite as useful as I thought it would be.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
He really should have known better.
Are you done, Bennett?
Hey, you! Is the amulet ready?
Yes. Here. I had to make a new setting for the stone. I worked on it all night, and now it's as good as new.
Thank you, sir. And now I need to go back to the sun circle again. This time I'm going to cut through the woods, through the north exit of town, and that should be a quicker path.
Someone's got to do the work. That's what I've always said. Go away, don't tell me.
I can't believe that.
Oh, hello. There's a seeker there. That guy just was not gonna die. Yeah, it looks like it's probably faster to come up, like, towards Akhil's farm. Seekers everywhere. You want to attack me? Well, they die really fast when you get lightning bolts to trigger. How am I doing on XP? About 2,500. Should be able to get that pretty soon. Oh man, they're just they really are everywhere. Alright. Oh god, there's like... I was hearing like goblin skeletons or goblins. Yep, there's the goblin. I might have to just go and buy a bunch of potions. Because, like, I don't have the patience to sit there and munch on a bunch of tiny little plants that only heal for 5 or 10 health when I have, like, 600 plus to heal. wargs. Ah, jeez. These guys are about to kill me. How is it that I still can't, like, tank a freaking warg?
I did everything you told me to do. Here's the repaired eye.
Indeed, there is nothing missing now for the performance of the ritual.
What about the swamp weed?
Ah, yes. Do you have 3 swamp weed plants then?
Yes. Here are the 3 plants.
Excellent. You have done well. But now, step aside so that we may begin the ceremony. May our spirits unite!
This is a cool visual effect when you got like the blue, red, and purple mists all kind of going at once. I don't know when they finish the ceremony, but I think they just go on like this forever until I stop them.
I would remember only a ritual and don't. It is finished. We have succeeded in thwarting the enemy's plan and restoring the eye. Let Pyrokar explain to you how to use its power. I hope that I shall see you again once you have accomplished your mission. Farewell.
Oh, hello.
Now that the Eye of Enos is healed, you must face the dragons. They all serve Beliar, the god of darkness, but there must be an earthly power that controls them. That much has become clear to me. Find out what the source of their power is. As soon as you've found that out, come back to me.
You did it! The Eye of Enos is healed!
I would hardly have believed it possible.
What remains to be done here?
Do not waste your time on trivial things. Go and vanquish the dragons. Here, take the eye. Bear in mind that you need to talk to a dragon first before you can attack it. The power of the eye will force the dragons to speak to you and tell the truth. Furthermore, it offers protection against their attacks when you wear it. However, its power does not last. You will have to fill it up again with magical energy. To do that, you need the essence of a dragon's heart, which you merge with the eye on an alchemist's bench. Only then can you dare face another dragon.
Thanks, I'll remember that.
You now have everything you need. Go then. You do not have much time left.
Alright, I think that's a pretty good spot to stop and call it a night. Like when I get back, I might go back into the woods and try fighting those wargs. They were really munching on me and doing a lot of damage, and I wasn't killing them fast enough. That might have just been random luck with the claw not triggering enough. But basically, I think I can just go back and talk to Lord Hagen and then go fight dragons. So that'll be in store next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to bed, so good night, and I'll see you next time.